Welcome to a Lockdown Knockout Live. I'm Karim Bashir, and I'm here to bring you coverage of the fourth and last quarterfinal of the recurve tournament. We already know that Aida Roman of Mexico and Gabby Bayardo of the Netherlands are through on the women's side of the draw. And yesterday we saw an incredible match between the Netherlands' Steve Vaya and USA's Brady Ellison. It was an absolute thriller in which both athletes hit the new 12-pointer. Today, we're going to find out who Steve faces in the men's semi-final. But before we meet the athletes, it's time to meet my expert analyst today. He set his sights on bringing us all live archery during this global lockdown, and he certainly hit the target. It's World Archery's sharpest shooter, Chris Wells. Afternoon, Chris. Slightly delayed start for us due to some technical issues, but we are here now. But what a match yesterday. Archery history being made by both athletes.
Yeah, fantastic. It took us 3 matches to get someone to hit the middle, but Steve did it twice in that match yesterday, and it was fantastic. Really tense, really exciting. I very much enjoyed watching. And talking of the delayed start, Karim, I have to say your second introduction was way better than the first.
Well, thanks for outing me live. Listen, the last semi-final place is up for grabs in this recurve tournament. What can we expect today?
Well, Crispin qualified top, 595 points for the 60-hour round. Fantastic shooting in the middle of a season that should be outdoors at the moment. It's not really indoor season. So it's a great performance. Bernardo, great shot as well. And he's had some really good competition performances over the last year. Did a fantastic job in the Pan American Games in Lima. And he has the tools to force an upset here. If he can hit the 12 a couple of times, get some good sets in.
Well, what do you say we go and meet our athletes competing today? First up, he is the Pan American champion and a 3-time Olympian. It's Canada's Crispin Duenas. Hello, Crispin. You're the top qualifier for this competition. Does that give some added pressure?
Not really, because I know that it's pretty much anybody's game. So I think I just got to shoot my shot. We've seen the upset, Steve versus Brady yesterday. It was amazing match, and Steve was actually the lower ranked archer going into that match. So I know that in match play, anything goes for any archer. So just got to shoot a good shot.
Well, look, as well as being a top international archer, you're also a supply teacher. Have you been doing much teaching during the lockdown?
No, schools were closed at the beginning of almost March. I think March 17th, everything got shut down, and hadn't been into the classroom. There's some online substitute teaching that I've been doing, believe it or not. But overall, no school for this year going into a physical classroom.
Yeah, well, listen, interesting to hear what you're doing aside from archery. We're going to let you go and get ready and meet your opponent today. He came fourth at the Pan American Games in Lima last year, and he represented his host country at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games. It is Brazil's Bernardo Oliveira. Hello, Bernardo.
Hey.
Looks absolutely brilliant where you are today, that massive cactus behind you. Where are you shooting?
I am at a friend's house.
Well, it looks absolutely fabulous. Now, I understand that you're spearheading an initiative to get Brazilian athletes to donate blood during this difficult time. Can you tell us a little bit about that project?
Oh yeah, decided to try something on social media to get athletes together, since we are role models in our own sports and disciplines, to try and get more and more people to donate blood, because with the lockdown they have less people donating blood. So but still there are a lot of people who need blood donations, and it's vital we keep it up. So that's what I try to help a little bit with.
brilliant initiative, and congratulations for setting up and using your profile to help other people around you. Look, we'll let you get ready for your match against Crispin, but whilst we do that, let's take a look at the draw for the competition. So far, we've completed 3 of the 4 quarterfinals, and today we'll find out who Steve Via faces. On the left-hand side of the draw, it will be Crispin versus Bernardo. Now to the rules. Well, they're shooting over 18 meters. As you can see, Crispin is shooting indoors and Bernardo outdoors. It's a set system in recurve archery, 3 arrows per set per archer. If you win the set, you get 2 points. And if the athletes are level at the end of the set, it's 1 point each. The target score for the win and a place in the semi-finals is 6 points. Now, the athletes are going to be marking themselves today, and here are the targets. They can be arranged vertically and in this triangle formation. The series of concentric circles, ever decreasing circles, with the center being worth 10 points, just 4 centimeters wide. But as we've mentioned already, there's a special white dot. The athletes have to stay when they're going for it. If they hit it, they'll get 12 points. Now, the archers are marking themselves, but Chris is on hand to adjudicate if necessary.
Yeah, Bernardo, you're coming into this match as the underdog, the lower qualifier. What's your game plan today?
Oh, same as always, shoot as many times as I can, and let's see what happens.
Okay, Crispin, you saw Steve shoot two 12s yesterday. Brady shoot 1 as well. Are you going for that small white dot?
I'm going to go in the same game plan, and it's as-needed basis.
Well, Crispin, you were the top qualifier. You scored a 595 in qualification last week. So you get to choose whether to shoot first or second. What's it going to be?
I'll shoot first.
Following the pattern, as always, Crispin is going to shoot first. It's time to get this 4th quarterfinal underway. It's time for set 1. So Crispin there indoors, the local club in Toronto. And straight into the middle of the target, a 10 to start things off. And we switch over to Brasilia and Bernardo. That looks like it's a 9, just outside the 10 ring. If it hits the 10 ring, you will get the higher score. So another 10 for Crispin, saving the top target with the 12-pointer if he needs it. That one's crept in to the 8 ring. So an 8 is all Crispin needs here to take this first set. And it's a perfect start from Crispin Duenas with a 30. Obviously, he will have to confirm that, but we'll have Bernardo's last arrow.
I'll get some white spot practice here.
He's going for the 12-pointer. Oh, I think he's clipped that as well. I think that's a 29. Said it was some practice. It wasn't going to be quite enough to overtake Crispin, but not a bad idea to practice that one. The athletes are making their way down to confirm their scores. Chris, I think that's a good idea from Bernardo to try and shoot that 12-pointer.
Well, fantastic. A little bit bittersweet to hit it in a set where it can't make a difference. But those first 2 arrows were only a tiny bit out. If one of those had caught, that would have been a tied set because of the 12 he's hit with his last shot. But critically for the rest of the match, a white spot is quite difficult to aim at. Archers like to get into a groove, like to build a big black hole in the target, which makes it easier to aim. So Bernardo's put a black hole on that white spot. He's got a good aiming point now for the rest of this contest.
He certainly has. Well, look, let's go to Bernardo first. Bernardo, can you just confirm your score, please?
Yeah, I did hit the 12. Sorry, here it's better. So
a
12,
29.
9, 8, as weird as it sounds.
12, 9, 8 is a 29. Crispin, I think we're pretty sure that you've shot a perfect 30. Could you confirm that, though?
Yeah, I've got a 30 and scorecard.
There you go. So Crispin gets the set points in the first set and leads by 2 set points to 0. Guys, if you could retrieve your arrows and make your way back down to the shooting line. Chris, look, I think it was super brave of Bernardo to go for it, even though, as you say, he couldn't have overtaken Crispin.
Wow, fantastic. I mean, and very satisfying to hit that 12 ring in a televised match. You know, even if that's all that comes out of this for Bernardo, what a fantastic shot. Yeah, brilliant stuff.
Yeah, only the third man in history to hit the 12 points. It is Bernardo Oliveira. Bernardo, you are trailing now by those first 2 set points, so you'll shoot first. It's time for set 2 of the 4th recurve quarterfinal. So shooting in Brasilia, Bernardo Oliveira is getting ready. That looks like it's just inside the 9 ring. As you can see, the archers are waiting till they see themselves on their screens before they set up for the shot. And that one, I'm going to mark as a 10, but it might be subject to a measure. No 20-second clock in the lockdown knockout tournament. That one looks like a 9 as well. That one might be subject to a measure as well, but I'm marking that one as a 9.
I'll go for the white one again.
Bernardo going for the 12-pointer. And he's just outside, and that's a 7. So 25 by my calculations. And that one's solidly in the 10. We will need to get Crispin's first 2 arrows confirmed. They are very, very close to the line, but the archers make their way down. A 25 for Bernardo by the looks of things. Chris, any thoughts on Crispin's first 2 arrows?
Yeah, I think both of them have clipped the line. That'll be another perfect 30 for Crispin. I say perfect 30, but we can't say perfect 30 anymore. It just sounds normal, doesn't it? Bernardo, you know, ideally would have loved to swap those 2 12 shots around. Hit the 12 this time, he would have got 30 points as well, even though after those two first 9s. But yeah, can't have everything.
Oh, indeed. Well, Bernardo's got his score up, and it is indeed a 25. Thank you, Bernardo. Crispin has confirmed a 30, and that's a second perfect score. Well, normal perfect score for Crispin Duenas, and he gets the 2 set points in the second set and goes on to a 4 set point to 0 lead against Bernardo. Perfect shooting so far, Chris, from our Canadian colleague.
Yeah, perfect on the normal scoring. Hasn't gone for the 12 yet. And after Bernardo missed his last shot of that arrow, Crispin had the kind of buffer to go for the 12 if he fancied it, just to get a sighter in, to get a practice in. But you know, he's being sensible. He's being solid. He's going for the 10s and he's hitting them.
He wants to maintain that process, Crispin Duenas, and he's got a commanding lead now. Bernardo, you will shoot first in the third set, but I've got a quick question for you. How are you feeling? Are your nerves okay?
Oh no, it's thrilling. I have to admit, and I can't get out of my mind the fact that I've shot a 12, but I haven't shot a 10 yet.
Well, it's time to find out whether you can hit that 10 ring. It's time for set number 3. So it's back to Brasilia. Very close, this one. I think that's subject to a measure as well. And that's the 7th 10 in a row for Crispin. And there it is. That is a definite 10 for Bernardo. And maintaining his perfect score. And another 10, a good solid finish for Bernardo. I've got him marked as a 29, but that could get upgraded. And another 10 from Crispin Duenas, another 30 from him. So we are going to have to get confirmation on that first arrow from Bernardo. If it's clipped the 9, we've still got a match on. Sorry, if it's clipped a 10, we've still got a match on. If it's in the 9, Crispin has taken this in 9 arrows. Get a good look at both targets there. Chris, your feelings on that first arrow for Bernardo?
Yeah, that one's definitely clipped. He's about to put his score up, but fantastic shooting from Bernardo. Much tighter than his first 2 ends with those first arrows, ignoring the 12 shot. But Crispin, very, very impressive over these first few.
And he's confirmed his
you
30
saw my scorecard,
as
right?
well. We did indeed see your scorecard, Bernardo. Congratulations for your first perfect 30. And that means we go into a 4th set. The points are shared in the 3rd. But Crispin leads by 5 set points to 1. Chris, you're saying that it was better shooting from Bernardo in that 3rd set. Anything in particular? He's got used to it, the conditions. Of course, he's shooting outside.
Well, like you said when you asked him the question, a bit of nerves, a bit of jitteriness. You know, shooting a match is all about winning, and how you control those nerves in archery is the key to winning or losing. Crispin's controlling them very, very well. But I have to ask, that last arrow, Crispin, you weren't tempted to go for the 12 and finish things off in 3?
I didn't know if Bernardo's first arrow was going to be a 9 or a 10, so I just figured I'd just keep with the process and go with what I know works for now.
Well, you still have a 4-point lead as we go into the next set, and we will go back to Bernardo in Brasilia for set number 4. Brilliant first arrow, key to put some pressure on his Canadian opponent. Now that's a bit left as well. I'm going to mark it as a 10, but subject to confirmation. And another 10. That's the 4th one in a row for Bernardo. Sorry, the 5th one in a row for Bernardo. similar spot to the last set, and that was a 10, so I'm marking that one as a 10 as well.
I'll go for the white one again.
Bernardo is going for it. He's on 20, potential 32 up for grabs here. He's gone high and right. That could be a 9. It's on the 8-9 ring, so we will need that one measured. And that one's left as well, but I think that's on the line as well. Now, we are going to have to get confirmation here. We think that Bernardo's got a 29. Now, if 2 of Crispin's arrows are outside the 10 ring, we've still got a match on. So, Bernardo,
I've got
we
bad
are
news
going
for
to
Bernardo.
We're going to go to Bernardo first, Crispin. Bernardo, are you down there? Can you confirm your scores?
I have 29, 10-9.
A 29 for Bernardo. And Crispin, you said you've got bad news for Bernardo, but sounds like it's good news for you.
Yeah, this arrow has clipped the line. I can move the camera if you guys need me to, but it's in. But I do have to say, like, great shooting from Bernardo, going for that 12 like 3 times. I didn't even go for it, so that was amazing shooting from Bernardo.
That's very kind of you. Could you just confirm your score, though? It is another 30. Absolutely top shooting. And Crispin Duenas takes this quarterfinal 7 points to 1. Crispin, you mentioned good luck and best wishes to Bernardo, but you shot so impressively throughout that quarterfinal. I don't know whether you can move the camera so that we can see you.
Yeah, for sure.
Congratulations. You shot so well. Nothing outside the 10 ring. Have you done anything special? You've been practicing at 18 meters?
To be completely frank, I've been shooting 70 with our national team training squad. And I've been shooting 18 meters in the 2 days leading up to each of my matches or qualification rounds. So lots of my practice during lockdown has been indoors, and not very much 70 meters going on, but lately it's been more 70 than 18. But this one, I figured this was a great chance to get back into competition mode and see what I can do and ramp back up in the time frame that we were given.
Well, you shot so well. Congratulations. Just stay where you are for a second. We're going to have a quick word with Bernardo. Bernardo, it took you a short while to find your rhythm, but of course you hit the 12 ring, just the third person to ever do that. But you started to hit the 10s more solidly. How did you feel about the match?
Yeah, it took me too long to get into the match, and this actually has been a problem I've had for some time. Like quite late in the match, I find my groove, but sometimes it's too late, and today definitely was the case. Like, amazing shooting by Crispin. Like, what to say about an opponent who did not miss the 10? That's just amazing, and I hope he wins, because I want to say I lost to the champion.
Very good. Well,
Thanks,
listen,
Bernardo.
congratulations to you. Commiserations for not making it through, but it was wonderful watching you shooting there in Brasilia. A fabulous tournament between both of them, Chris. But as Bernardo said, it just took him a little bit of while to get into it. And when Crispin was shooting so well, that was always going to be a challenge.
Yeah, and in that last end, when Crispin went to score his arrows, he said he's got bad news for Bernardo. But actually, it was kind of good news that he had 3 10s, because Bernardo had 2 10s in the target as well. And he was in that situation where if that one on the line had been out, probably a 10 would have been the better option. But he was bold. He went for the 12 ring, missed it. And you know, Crispin finished the match off with his 12th consecutive 10 to take it. But if that had been on the 9, you know, there might have been a bit of doubt whether Bernardo had made the right decision to go for the 12. As it was, he made the right decision. He didn't quite get it. Crispin took the match, and deservedly so. Perfect normal score. Normal perfect score. No 12s, but we can save that for the semis.
Yeah, absolutely superb stuff. And Bernardo hitting the 12 ring, just the third person to do that.
Yeah, a huge achievement. I mean, it's really, really small, 15 millimeters across. And not only is it 15 millimeters across, but it's not in the middle of the target. And I don't know what you know about aiming, Karen, but when you're aiming at a circle, your mind kind of intrinsically takes you towards the middle. So aiming off is a skill that archers have to practice for wind conditions. And aiming at a small white dot in the red rings, not concentric, is not easy at all. Huge achievement from Bernardo.
Yeah, massive achievement. And as you know, I know very little, mainly because I've learned everything I know from you. But no, it was incredible. And to shoot off the center was absolutely incredible. And congratulations to Bernardo for hitting the 12, but obviously to Crispin for going through to the semi-finals. Let's have a quick look at what that does to the draw. And as you can see, Crispin comes through the left-hand side of the draw and will face Steve Weiler later on this week. Ida Rahman and Gabi Bernardo came through the two women's quarterfinals. And this is the schedule for the semi-finals. We have a day off tomorrow and we switch over to the women's semi-finals. Gabi Bernardo up against Ida Rahman on Thursday, followed by Steve versus Crispin on Friday.
Yeah, Bernardo, any regrets in your strategy today and when you went for the middle?
I was just thinking that I did hit the 12-pointer, and I'm happy about that, but so bad that I couldn't do it when it mattered most. Like, I just shot at it when I had nothing to do. But no, I just really have to keep on working on my mental side. Obviously, keep on improving everything else, but the mental game is the biggest thing because, as I said, I took too long to get into the match, and it was too late.
Absolutely. And Crispin going up against Steve, 10s all across the board might not be enough. We saw how many times he shot at and hit the 12 in his last match against Brady. Going to be different?
It's obviously going to be different because it's going to be against a completely different archer. But again, I'm going to be following the same process that I had here. I'm very happy with how I shot, and I'm going to use that 12 ring if I really need to against Steve.
Well, guys, it was a brilliant match. Thank you very much. Bernardo, good luck with your blood donation initiative. It sounds brilliant. And obrigado, thank you for being involved. Crispin, fabulous shooting. You can't ask for more, apart from maybe a couple of 12s, which you might need against Steve on Friday. And Chris Wells, well, you've hit the target again. Congratulations to you and thanks for your insight. And thanks to all of you for watching it again. We'll be back on Thursday at 5 p.m. Central European Time for Ida Rahman against Gabi Bernardo. We'll see you then. Bye for now.